Tessa, let's burst the bubble for a minute, shall we? Stepping away. Here at Euronews, of course, we want to bring you all views and all voices. And let me just, obviously, I could bring you far more. I've only got a short little bit, but let me just introduce you to four people who've given us their perspectives, four very different perspectives on this. I just want to actually start, if I might, with Carolina here. She's an Italian. She's lived in London for roughly a decade, 26 years old, an academic. And for her, the aftermath of all of this, she feels EU citizens, they're being disrespected. Let's get her perspective.
I just wish I could know what's going to happen, and if I can stay in the country and in the city that I call home, if I can keep working and studying here. I just wish I could know, and I also just wish that the government was more respectful in the way they talked about European immigrants.
The UK government. Well, when it comes to the UK government, we've had a lot of discussion about Theresa May from the politicians, but I think one of the important points in all this is the people who do still stand by Theresa May. You'll remember, of course, this is Martin. We met him before. He backed Theresa May before, and now he still backs her, even after that defeat.
Believe it or not, Theresa May has done a brilliant job with what she was left with. I still believe that we will get a second referendum. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. Remember, people voted us out, so out we should go.
Out we should go. But talk of a second referendum there, and there are some who really want a second referendum. Have a listen to this.
In January, they say measured twice, cut once. But we've only measured once in Britain, and we're ready to cut our entire ties with Europe, who we've been with since 1975. The politicians need to hold a second referendum. 2 million of the people who voted Brexit are now dead, and we need a second vote.
So some strong words there. It's Danny, he's 35. He's there referencing joinery, which is where, of course, you have a piece of cloth, you measure it twice before you cut. In his view, that referendum, we've only had one measure. We need to measure again before we make the cut. So interesting perspectives there. But on that topic of a second referendum, it's coming up again and again. There are some people who voted Remain, like Spencer here, who find that idea objectionable. Have a listen in.
I'm seriously concerned about the second referendum campaign, as I do believe it is a Remain campaign that's trying to undo what people already voted for. As for me, I voted Remain in 2016, but we lost, and I believe the will of the people should be respected. You can't ignore 17.4 million people.
Well, that's Spencer's take. Well, we certainly can't ignore these four people. They're just some of the perspectives we're getting in this Tessa. Away from the politicians, some people, EU nationals, British citizens, giving their take. Again, you can see a lot of diverse perspectives here as well.